Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and welcome to today's class. I hope you're all well, inshallah. Let's start with going through etiquettes of the class. Please make sure you've got your correct IDs. You're logged in with your correct ID, that you have your videos off. So to make sure that your videos are off, make sure that your video icon on your screen has a red line across it. Also make sure you listen carefully throughout the whole class, and don't go anywhere. Just make sure you're seated in your chair throughout the whole of this 1 hour of class. At the end of the class, make sure you write down your homework, take a picture of it, whatever helps you. And as always, if you have any questions or issues, this is the email ID to contact us on. Okay, so we'll start today's class with our prayer from the Holy Quran. So if discipline in charge could choose a student.
A1127 has the mic.
Assalamu alaikum, A1127. Wa alaikum salam. Is that A1127?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Okay, so we're going to start with this prayer from the Holy Quran. So repeat after me, please. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Rabbi zidni ilma.
Rabbi zidni ilma.
Excellent. And the translation, please.
Oh my Lord, increase me in knowledge.
Excellent. And that's from the Holy Quran, Surah Taha, and verse 115. Okay, excellent. Jazakumullah for your help. So, yesterday you started learning about assimilation or idgham. Okay, and you learnt that assimilation or idgham means to merge and assimilate. Okay, to join together. Now, you learned that there are two broad categories of idgham, and that is idgham kamil, complete assimilation, and idgham naqis, okay, which is partial assimilation. Okay, so let me just. Okay, so yes, like I was saying, idgham kamil is what you learned yesterday, which was complete assimilation, and idgham naqis, which is partial assimilation, which you will be learning about today in the class. Okay, so idgham kamil, quickly, what you learnt was if lam or ra mushaddad appears after noon sakin or tanween, no nasal sound will be produced. Okay, so for example, over here you can see that this is lam mushaddad, and the letter before that, noon sakin, can be seen over here. So when you join the meme to the lam, you don't produce a nasal sound in the middle. So you ignore the noon sakin, straight away join the meme to the lam. Milla, milla. Okay. Same with ra mushaddad. Ra mushaddad can be seen over here, noon sakin before that. So when you have to join the meme to the ra, you would ignore the noon sound over here, straight away join the meme to the ra. Mirra. If you just look at this section, it would be mirra. Okay. Now, in today's class, we will be learning about situations where the noon, the sound of a nasal sound will be produced. Okay. So in yesterday's class, you learned about how a nasal sound will not be produced, and in today's class, you will be learning about situations where nasal sound is produced. Okay. So if we go down to idgham naqis. Okay, and in today's class we will be doing exercise 20.3. Okay, so before I start, I just want to make sure that I make it clear that everybody that you are starting to now learn about more difficult rules found in the Holy Quran. So it's very, very important that you listen very carefully and attentively throughout the class. Okay, so because I can't see you, I can't tell that if you're actually sitting down and listening carefully. So please make sure that I'm hoping that you are all sitting down with a parent or with someone that knows the Holy Quran, and you are listening nicely and carefully so that you understand the rule very well and you are able to apply it when we do the exercise. Okay, so I'm going to go over the rule, what it is, and then I will be going through a couple of examples to try and make you understand of what the rule is and how it should be pronounced. Okay, so we are learning about idgham naqis today. Okay, now the rule is if ya or waw. Okay, over here this is an error in the PDF and in your books, and it should say waw instead of meme. Okay, so if you have a copy of the book Talimul-Quran, or if you have a PDF or in your notes anywhere, just make sure that you make a note that this should be waw. Okay, so it should be if ya or waw mushaddad, okay, appears after noon sakin or tanween, assimilation or idgham will take place with a 2-second nasal sound. Okay, so that's the rule, and I'll repeat that again. If ya or waw mushaddad, and mushaddad means a letter that has a shadda on top of it, and we know shadda looks like this like W sound, W looking sign on top of a letter is called a shadda. Okay, so if ya or waw mushaddad appear after noon sakin or tanween, and as we all know, we should know, tanween means a double stroke of fatha, kasra, or dhamma. So, for example, this is tanween, and you'll find out later on if you have kasra and dhamma, then we've learned about all this. Okay, so if that is found, assimilation will take place with a 2-second nasal sound. Okay, and in the case of tanween, only one stroke of tanween will be used in assimilation. Okay, so I'll go straight on to the examples, and hopefully that will make things a bit more clearer and you'll be able to understand it a bit better. Okay, so if you go straight on to the first example over here, you can see if we just concentrate on the first three letters, you can see that this is an example of ya mushaddad, ya with a shadda, that appears after a noon sakin. And we've just learnt, if you follow my hand, if ya mushaddad appears after noon sakin, assimilation will take place with a 2-second nasal sound. So what happens is when you join the meme to the ya, what you're doing is you have to produce a nasal sound in the middle to accommodate the noon sakin that you find in the middle over here. Okay, so if I just read how these three letters should be produced, the sound of these three letters should be produced. If you ignore the black letters for now, when I would say this, I would say as miya, miya. Okay, so I'm not saying miya, I'm saying miya. So I'm producing a nasal sound from my nose for 2 seconds as I join the meme to the ya. Miya. Okay, and then obviously after this you have a vowel, lean, okay, and then you have a tanween under the meme. So altogether it would be min yawmin, min yawmin. Okay, so the rest of the rules apply as they should be, but whenever you have a ya mushaddad that appears after a noon sakin, you have to produce a 2-second partial nasal sound. Okay, now let's move on to an example where waw mushaddad comes in. Okay, now waw mushaddad, as we read over here, this should be waw mushaddad. Now the thing before waw mushaddad is a tanween. Okay, now this says that if waw mushaddad appears after tanween, assimilation will take place with a 2-second nasal sound, and only one stroke of tanween will be used. So what happens over here is when you are joining the ya to the waw, what happens is one stroke of tanween. So this, because this is 2 strokes of fatha, one stroke of fatha will be dropped. Okay, and to compensate for that, or to make up for that, what happens is a nasal sound of noon sakin is produced in the middle. Okay, so I'll just read it. So I'll just read it up to here where the highlighted point is, and then I'll explain further. Okay, wa li wa wa li wa li wa. Okay, now to understand this better, what will happen is if I zoom in over here, you can see that how I'm saying it is written over here. Okay, so how I'm saying it, what happens over here, wa remains the same. Over here, the tanween, one of the strokes is dropped. So on top of the ya, you only have one stroke of fatha. And then, like I said, a noon sakin, the sound of a noon sakin is added in the middle. Okay, and then you have the same waw mushaddad and then the la at the end. Okay, so waliyan wala waliyan wala. Okay, moving on. Over here you have a noon sakin followed by a meme mushaddad. Now what happens over here is you straight away join the kaf to the meme, and you hold that meme sound in your nose for around 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, so what happens over here is akumma akumma. Okay, so the sound of noon sakin is not really produced in this. Okay, straight away you join the kaf to the meme. Akum ma'ahum akum ma'ahum. Okay, and the last example is seen over here, and again it's of ya mushaddad. So ya mushaddad you have over here, and it appears after a noon sakin. So like the same thing we did over here, you do the same thing over here. An yushraka, an yushraka. So when you say it, to make this noon sakin sound, it's just a slight 2-second nasal sound that you produced before you actually join the alif to the ya. You, like that. Yushraka. Okay, so I know it's a bit more difficult. Like I said, you are slowly getting to the harder rules, and you will need to, practice a lot more to get this perfect. But what we'll do is we'll get a student on the line straight away and ask, see if they can pronounce this. Okay, can we please have a student on the line?
Yes. A1171 has the mic.
Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum. A1171.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
I'm okay. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so are you understanding the rules so far, or are you finding it a bit difficult?
I'm finding it a bit difficult.
Okay, yes, it's understandable because it is a bit more of a difficult rule, which you will need to practice again and again. But what we'll do is I'll practice this, first line that I've just done, and I'll ask you to repeat and then also see if you can do it yourself. Okay, so let's start from here. Can you try and make the sound that I made over here?
Minu.
Okay, over here what happens is when you're joining the meme to the ya, what you do is you produce a slight 2-second nasal sound in your nose whilst you're doing that. Okay? Mia.
Mia.
Okay, well done. Really good try, okay? Then obviously you have the vowel lean after that and then the tanween under the meme. So we do it as normal. Min yawmin. Okay, let's try that again. Min yao. Okay, just make sure that you don't say min yao. Okay, you don't actually produce that full noon sound. Okay, you just produce a slight nasal sound in your nose. Okay, so you wouldn't really press your teeth together to produce that noon sound. Okay, it would just be min yao.
Meow.
Well done, much better. Okay, and then min.
Min.
Well done. Excellent. Okay. So everybody at home, just make sure that you don't make that mistake of making that actual noon sound. Okay. So you wouldn't say min over here. Okay. You wouldn't say min. It's miya. Like that. Okay? Min yao min. Can you try that? Min yao min.
Meow.
Well done. Much, much better. Okay. Are you still on the line, A1171?
Yes. A1129 has the mic.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, A1129.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Okay, what we'll do is we'll finish off, we'll do this example, and this example with you. And then, so because I've already repeated this for you, so we won't spend too long on this, and then we'll move on to the rest of the example, okay? So if A1129 can stay on the mic until these 3 examples are done, okay? So we'll start from here. So just repeat after me. Wa,
Va.
liyaw, wa.
Liyan. Va.
Well done. That was a really good try, mashallah. Waliyan wa.
Valero. Valero.
Perfect. That was really, really good, mashallah. Okay. And then all we have to do now is we have to add the la at the end. Okay. Waliyan wala.
Valera.
Perfect. That was a really, really good attempt, mashallah. These are really, really difficult examples for you to actually pronounce, so you're doing really well. Okay. Now over here, like I said, you ignore the noon sakin sound over here and you straight away join the kaf to the meme. Akum ma'ahum.
Akum ma'ahum.
Well done. Just make sure you hold that meme sound in your mouth for a bit longer. Akum ma'ahum.
Akum ma'ahum.
Akum ma'ahum.
Akum ma'ahum.
Perfect, mashallah. Well done. Now this example again is looking at joining the alif to the ya, but when you do that, you have to produce a nasal sound because of the noon sakin. Okay. Ayush
Yosh.
raka.
Raka.
Ayush raka.
Yosh. Raka.
Well done. A1129. That was really, really good. Mashallah, you read excellently. Okay. Just make sure that you practice producing that nasal sound from your nose for 2 seconds. But you did really well. Okay. And just remember that nasal sound should only be produced when you have ya mushaddad, va mushaddad, or a tanween. Okay. So that was really good. Mashallah. Well done. Can we have another student on the line, please?
N1233 has the mic.
N12.
33 has the mic.
Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum. N1233.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Okay, just hold on 1 second. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to move on to doing 2 examples with you. Okay, so we're going to do this example and this example with you. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to just follow my hand. And when we actually get to the rule that we're learning today, I'll help you out. But the rest of the rules are the same as you've been learning before, okay? So let's try saying this bit first.
Mo.
Okay, this is a meme with a dhamma followed by a hamza with a sukoon. So it would be mu.
Mo'un.
Okay, mu.
Mo.
Well done, okay? Just a slight jerk because of the hamza, but nothing too extreme, okay? And just to make sure that everybody understands that the waw sound will not be produced because the waw acts like a chair to the hamza and the sound of the hamza will be produced, okay? Not the waw. So the hamza is the letter with the sukoon on top of it. So that's why it would be mu, like that. Okay. Now let's do this. How would you pronounce it?
Me.
Well done. 1 second. Me.
Me.
Next one.
Na.
Say that again.
Na.
Well done.
Na.
Yes, well done. So far you've got mu'mina.
Mu'mina.
Perfect. Okay. Now this bit in the blue and the red, what you're doing over here is you're trying to join these together, okay? And you can see that the ta has a tanween underneath it. And we just learnt that whenever you have a tanween and you have a waw waw mushaddad in front of it, what you do is when you join it to the waw, you produce a slight nasal sound in the middle. So when I join this to this, I would say tewa.
Dewa.
Tewa.
Dewa.
Excellent, well done. So rather than just saying tewa, I am producing a 2-second nasal sound in the middle, and I'm saying tewa.
Dewa.
Excellent, well done. And how would you say this?
Di.
Excellent, and this?
Ya.
Well done. And this bit?
Tun.
Perfect. Tun.
Tun.
Diyatun.
Tiyatun.
Well done, okay? So, all together, should we try all together? So, it's mu'mina,
Mu'mina.
tewadi. 1 second, let me just move this. So, mu'mina tewa,
Mu'mina. Dewa.
diyatun.
Diyatun.
Well done. Now, I know it's a bit difficult, but let's try all together. Mu'mina tewa diyatun.
Mu'tiyadewa.
Diyatun.
Yatun.
Well done. That was a really, really good attempt, mashallah. It's a long word to pronounce, but you did really, really well, okay? Let's move on to the next example now, okay? So over here you have, how would you say this?
Ta.
Excellent. Well done. So you have the extended elongation on top of the ta. So you say that for around 4 seconds, okay? Ta.
Ta.
Well done. And how would you pronounce this?
I.
E. Excellent. Well done. Now over here you have yam mushaddad, a ya with a shadda, and again, just like you had over here, you have tanween underneath the ra. So what you do, can you try this now? So like we did tewa over here, how would you do this?
Riya.
Excellent. Riya.
Riya.
Excellent, mashallah, well done. That was really, really good, okay? So, ta'iriya.
Ta'iriya.
Excellent, mashallah. You're doing really, really, really well, mashallah. So let's do this one now. So join these two together.
Tairu.
Tiru.
Tiru.
Well done, excellent. So, ta'iriya tiru.
Ta'iritu.
Oh, well done. طائرين يطير.
Ta'iriru.
رين يطير.
Riyatiru.
Mashallah, excellent. And 1, 2, 3, 3. You did really, really well. Jazakillah for your help. Now, before we move on, I'd just like to draw your attention to making sure that you are logged into the correct IDs. I think everybody so far is fine. There is a Zakaria on which is who is logged in with their incorrect ID. So can you please make sure you maybe change your IDs right, change your name to your correct ID right now, or log off and log in again. Okay. That's all fine. Okay. So can we have another student on the line, please?
A1
Can you repeat the ID, please?
A1165 has the mic.
Jazakillah. Assalamu alaikum. A1165. Islam. Okay, so we've done these two examples, and I'll be doing the next two examples with you now. Okay, so let's start from here now. Can you just read this for me? Wow. Yes. Next. La. Excellent. Okay. Let me just see if there's only. I just want to make sure that only one person is muted at the time. Okay. I think we have two students unmuted at the same time, and 1233 is still unmuted. Okay, so I'll mute N1233, and we should still have. Aslam. A1165, are you still there? Entire discipline, are you still there? A1165, can we have them on the line?
Yes, he is.
I can.
Assalamu alaikum, who's that on the line? Which ID?
A1165.
Okay, excellent. Okay, A1165, so can we do this again? Can you read this?
La.
Next.
La.
Excellent. Next. Next.
Ma.
Well done. So, wala ama.
Wala ama.
Excellent. Now, over here, what you need to do is you need to straight away join the ta to the meme. So, tum mu. Well done. So what happens over here is you join it to the meme and you hold that meme sound in your nose for 2 seconds, and then because you have to join that to the hamza sakin, okay? Tum mu. Well done. And what's this over here?
Ni.
Next.
Na.
Excellent. Next.
Tun.
Excellent. Well done. Wala ama.
Wala ama.
Mu'minatun.
Wala ama. Tun. Mu'minatun.
Well done. That was really, really good. Do you want to have another go?
Yes.
Okay, off you go.
Wala amatum minatun.
Mashallah, that was a really, really good attempt, mashallah. Just make sure that when you say you produce that hamza sound, okay? Minatun.
Minatun.
Mashallah, well done. That was really, really good. A1165. You read that really well, mashallah. Let's move on to the next one. Now over here, again, we're practicing. Ya mushaddad over here has a noon sakin before that. So when you're joining the alif to the ya mushaddad, you have to produce a 2-second nasal sound in the middle, okay? Ayu. Okay. Excellent. Now over here, after the you have a vowel madda. Okay, that's why you have to stretch that u sound out for 2 seconds. Qiya. Well done. One more time. An yuqiya. Okay. Make sure you stretch that U sound out for 2 seconds because of the vowel madda. An yu. No. An yu. An yu. Like that. Qiya. Perfect. Much better. Mashallah, you had a really good attempt at both these examples. You did mashallah really well. I think you're getting to grips with that nasal sound that you have to produce whenever you have ya mushaddad or va mushaddad. Okay, that was really good. Jazakallah for your help. Let's move on to the next student, please.
A1181 has the mic.
Assalamu alaikum. A1181.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, so we're going to move on to these two examples. So over
I'm
here,
fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakallah for asking. Okay, so we're going to move on to this one. What we're going to do over here is whilst joining the lam to the ya mushaddad, we're going to produce a two nasal over here. Okay, and then
So could you say that a bit slower?
Okay, so over here, what we're going to do is whilst joining the lam to the ya mushaddad, we're going to produce a 2-second nasal sound because of the noon sakin. Okay, so and then afterwards we're going to join the jim onto that. So lan yaj. Well done. And what's this over here?
Okay. Allahu.
Well done. Alallahu.
No, it's like this. Allahu.
Well done. So over here, these two would be silent letters. That's why you join the straight away the lam to the lam over here. So can we try this all together now? Lan
Yeah, can I do it by myself?
Allahu. Like that.
Okay. Wait, I think I did a mistake. Allahu.
Well done. That was a really good attempt. Lan yaj'alallahu. Well done. That was a really good attempt, mashallah. Like I said, these are all long words that you are trying to pronounce now. So it's really good. You're doing a really good job. Okay? So let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, that's kind of easy. Sakana. Oh,
Okay, so yeah, let me help you over here. So the first two bits over here, you said saka, which was excellent. Now over here, again, you have vaw mushaddad, and you have a tanween, a letter with a tanween on top of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens is when you're joining it, you have to produce a nasal sound in the middle. Now.
No.
Okay.
You tell me now.
Because one of the.
No.
Okay, so let me explain this. One of the tanween, so one of the fathas over here is dropped, and a sound of a noon sakin is added in the middle. That's why you have to produce that nasal sound. Okay, so sakanaw.
Sakanaw.
Well done. That was really good, mashallah. Okay, Jazakallah for your help. A1181. Can we have another student on the line, please?
Walaikum assalam.
And 1241 has the mic.
Assalamu alaikum. N1241. Assalamu alaikum. Can we have N1241 on the line, please?
Guess.
Assalamu alaikum and 1241. Okay, we're trying to unmute N1241, but we're unable to do so. So can N1241 try and find out why that is, or try and log off and log in again?
आप क्या कर रही हो बार बार ये टिक क्यों क्लिक क्यों
Okay,
कर
we
रही
have N1241 on the line now. So Assalamu alaikum.
हो अस्सलाम वालेकुम कर रही है ना वालेकुम सलाम करो हेलो
Assalamu alaikum. N1241, are you there?
या वालेकुम अस्सलाम
Yes, is the student there as well?
yes she's here
Okay, so can I speak with her, please? Assalamu alaikum, are you there? How are you?
she's crying actually she thought the line is dropped and they didn't catch me
Okay, no problem, no problem. I think we were having some problems, but it's fixed now. So what we'll do is we'll try another student and then we'll come back to N1241, okay?
yes please pick her otherwise she will cry
No problem, we'll come back to N1241.
she's waiting she said no one picked me
Okay, no problem, we'll come back. So can we have another student and then we'll come back to her
Yes.
later on.
A1173 has the mic.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. A1173. Walaikum salam. Okay, A1173. We're gonna do where are we right now? We're over here, okay? So we're gonna do these two examples with you, okay? So over here, straight away we're looking at the rule of ya mushaddad, and before that noon sakin comes. So when you're joining the meme to the ya mushaddad, you have to produce a 2-second nasal sound in the middle. Maya. Excellent. And then how would you pronounce this? Perfect. And this? And this one? Who? Okay, who? Well done. So all together it would be Man yakhafuhu. Mashallah, excellent. That was really, really well read. Let's move on to the next one now. How would you read this?
Azaban min.
Well done. Azabam min.
Azaban min.
Well done. So what A1173 did there was straight away join the ba to the meme. So, and hold that meme sound in her nose, in his nose for 2 seconds, okay? Azabam min.
Azaban min.
Well done. That was really, really good, mashallah. A1173, you did really, really well. Jazakallah for help. Okay? Jazakallah. Can we try and go back to N1241 if possible?
Mashallah. Well reading.
Walaikum salam. Is that N1241?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Are you feeling better now?
Yes.
Okay, don't worry. It was just a technical problem that we had, and we weren't able to unmute you, but we're able to talk to you now. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do these two examples with you now. So can we start from here? How do you think this should be pronounced?
My.
Well done. Excellent. Next one.
Mailatan wahidatan.
Mashallah. Excellent. That was really, really good attempt. Just one thing you made a mistake one was over here, that don't stretch the da out for too long. This is just a dal with a fatha, so da. Okay, so say that again, but make sure you don't stretch this out too long.
Mailatan wahidatan.
Mashallah, excellent. That was really, really good. Okay, mailatan wahidatan.
Mailatan wahidatan.
Excellent. That was perfect, mashallah. You did really, really well. Really impressed with how you were able to produce that nasal sound in the middle between the ta and the waw mushaddad over here, okay? So this was a waw mushaddad, and the letter before that had tanween. So what you did was you produced the nasal sound when joining the two together, which was excellent, okay? Let's see if you can do the next one as perfectly as you did before, okay? So over here.
لعب 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 ولهو
Okay, this is one. Yes, this is a waw with a tanween on top, so one like that, okay? So let's start, do all that again. La'ibun wa lahwun.
لعب بو بو و وأهو
Lahwun.
لهو
La'ibun wa.
لعب
Lahwun.
لهو
Excellent, mashallah. N1241, you read that beautifully. You did both of these examples really, really well, and you produced that nasal sound in the middle really beautifully, okay? So Jazakallah for your help. Inshallah, we will speak to you soon, okay? So can we have another student on the line now?
A1148 has the mic.
Assalamu alaikum, A1148.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next two examples. So let's start from here.
برج مشيد ذات
Okay, you got most of that right, but let's start again. So this is buru.
buru
Well done. And over here, when you join it, just produce that 2-second meme sound, okay? Jimmu.
جم
Shayyadatin.
سيدة
Well done. Buru jimmu shayyadatin.
بروج مشيدة
Well done. Excellent. Okay. So one more time. Buru jimmu.
بروج مشيدة
Excellent. Shayyadatin.
سيدة
Excellent. You read that really, really well. Okay. Just remember to produce that 2-second meme sound when you're joining the jim to the meme. Okay. Jimmu.
جم
Excellent. MashaAllah. Let's move on to the next example now.
من ورقة
Excellent. MashaAllah. So what you did there was you produced a 2-second nasal sound whilst joining the meme to the waw. Min waraqatin.
من ورقة
Min waraqatin.
من ورقة
Well done. And just produce that 2-second nasal sound at the end as well because of the tanween, okay? But other than that, you did really, really well, mashallah. Excellent. Jazakallah for your help. Can we have another student on the line?
جزاك الله
A1158 has the mic.
Assalamu alaikum, A1158. Assalamu alaikum, A1158. Okay, I think we're unable to mute A1158. Let me see if I can do that. Assalamu alaikum, A1158.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next two examples with you. So can you start from here?
فمستقر
MashaAllah, excellent. فمستقر و
فمستقر
MashaAllah, excellent. So when you're joining the ra to the wow over here, you produce a 2-second nasal sound. Qarrum wa.
قر
MashaAllah, excellent. Let's move on to the next one now.
رتب
And over here, la.
لا
La
ولا
رطب ولا.
رتب ولا
MashaAllah, excellent. A1158, you did really, really well to produce that nasal sound in both the examples. Just remember to do that, practice that again and again, okay? MashaAllah, excellent. Everybody's doing really, really well today, MashaAllah. Can we have another student on the line? Maybe a Nasirat this time?
Yes.
جزاك الله
And 1228 has the mic.
Excellent. N1228, Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام
Okay, N1228, we'll get on to listening to you. Let me just check one thing out. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next two examples, which are these two examples. So let's see if you can read from here, please. She, excellent. Next.
يا
Yeah, excellent. Well done. And this one? Okay, let me help you out. Over here, you have a vowel mushaddad, and the letter before it has a tanween. Okay, so when you do it, one stroke of the tanween is dropped, and the sound of a noon sakin is made in the middle. Okay. Aw,
أو
shia, aw.
يا أو
MashaAllah, excellent. Okay, let's move on to the next one. What's this first bit?
را
No, excellent. Next.
أو
This is ba.
أوكي
Okay, naba.
نبا
Okay, and the next bit is straight away joining the alif to the meme, holding that meme sound in your nose for 2 seconds. Immus,
إمس
naba immus.
نبا أمس
Then next one, read this now.
تا
Da, excellent. Next, how would you read this? Join this together.
تكورو تكورو
Listen.
تا تا
Yes, this is right. And then over here, you join the qaf to the ra, which has a tanween on top of it. Okay, so qarrun.
كرون
Well done. Naba'im
نبا
mustaqarrun.
مستقر
Well done, mashallah. Really, really well. You read that excellently. Just make sure you keep practicing all the rules that you've learned before, and also the rule that you have learned today about idgham naqis. Okay? But other than that, really good try. Okay? Keep practicing. Jazakillah. Can we have another student, please?
And 1236 has the mic.
Assalamu alaikum. N1236.
السلام عليكم
Wa alaikum assalam. So we're going to start from here now, please.
ما وددت يا ليتني
Mashallah, excellent. Okay, so only one thing I can ask you to improve on is over here. When you say, when you join the ta to the ya, make sure you hold that nasal sound in for 2 seconds. Okay. Ya,
طيا
Okay. Now say it again, but make sure you say this bit right. Okay. So say that all again now.
مودة يا ليتني
Excellent, mashallah. That was perfectly well done. Let's move on to the next one
دانية
now. Tunwa,
وطوى
daniyatun.
دانية
Excellent. So what you did there was you have vaw mushaddad at the end, and the letter before it has a tanween. So what you do is you drop one of the dhamma, so you're left with two, and then what you do in the middle is to compensate for that, to make up for that, you add a noon sakin sound, partial noon sakin sound. So tuwa,
طية
tuwa.
طوى
Perfect, mashallah. You did that really, really beautifully. And 1, 2, 3, 6, mashallah. Excellent. And can we have one more student now, please?
And
جزاك الله
Jazakallah.
and 1, 2, 3, 4 has the mic.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
السلام عليكم.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yes.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start from here. But before that, I'm just going to ask everybody who has changed their ID. I think a lot of you have written stuff like A1129, I have a question or something like that. Can you just not change your IDs like that, and we'll get on to you. If you have a question, you can ask that then, okay? So this is N1234. We're going to start from here. Shay,
Shaita tan tan namri
okay, okay. Just repeat after me now. This is Shay. Repeat after me. Shay, ta,
Shaita
namma,
namma
shaytanamma.
Shaitanamma
Then over here, don't elongate the ma sound out, just normal. Namma.
Shaitanamma
Excellent. Readan.
Shaitanamma ta
Readan. Readan.
Shaitanamma Aita
Okay, over here in this last bit, listen carefully. Readan.
Redan
Excellent, well done. Okay, so just remember that when you're joining this tanween, the noon with the tanween onto the meen mushaddad, that you're doing it with a 2-second sound on the meen.
Nam
Excellent. Namma.
Shaitanamma Rita
Readan.
Ritan
Yes, over here the dal has a tanween, so that's why you say dun. Okay, so let's move on to the last example over here. Can you say this for me?
Hiwa
Okay, this is the same as over here. Shay.
Shaiwa
Inwa.
Shaiwang
Okay, just don't stretch the wa sound out for too long. Inwa.
Inwa
Shay inwa.
Shaiwa
Okay, well done. That was a really, really good attempt, mashallah, excellent. Just keep practicing producing that sound of 2-second nasal sound between letters whenever you find a vaw or ya mushaddad after a sukoon or a tanween, okay? Sukoon or a tanween, yes, okay. So that was excellently well read. Excellent, mashallah. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Jazakillah for your help. Now, today's class was a bit more difficult, and like I said in the beginning as well, as you are getting onto learning about more difficult rules, it's really, really important that you practice that much more as well. Okay, so you've done this exercise today, exercise 20.3, and it was difficult, I know, but a lot of you did really, really well, and you got to grips with the rule really well, which is excellent to hear. A lot of you also found it really difficult, so it's really important that you all practice and practice, okay? And your homework is also to practice this exercise that we've done today, okay? So please note down your homework now, take a picture or anything that will help you to remember. Today is Tuesday. The topic you learnt about was assimilation and idgham naqis, okay? And your homework is to practice exercise 20.3 on page 58 to 59. Now, to help you, at the bottom over here, it gives you the rules in concise form, okay? So noon sakin and then ya mushaddad. So whenever you find a noon sakin and then a ya mushaddad, you have to produce that 2-second partial nasal sound. Same for noon sakin and then waw mushaddad. Same for tanween and then ya mushaddad. And then same for tanween and then waw mushaddad. Okay? So these are all the 4 scenarios where you have to produce a 2-second partial nasal sound. Okay? So this is your homework. Please note it down. Okay, so that was your homework. We're going to now end the class today with our prayer from the short prayer. And like I said, please make sure that you practice and practice, okay? It's a difficult class and rule that we learned today, so make sure you revise it, okay? And to revise it, use exercise 20.3. So can we have a student on the line to do the final prayer?
Yes. N1262 has the mic.
Jazakillah. Assalamu alaikum. N1262. N1262. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, let me try unmuting her. Okay, I think we're unable to unmute N1262. Can we have another student on the line?
Walaikum salam.
Is that N1262?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So we're going to do the final prayer. So can you repeat after me? A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Allahumma arhamni
Allahumma arhamni
bil Qur'anil azim.
bil Quranil azim.
Excellent. And translation, please.
O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran.
MashaAllah, well read, excellent. Okay, so everybody make sure you do your homework, and Jazakumullah to all for joining us in today's class. Inshallah, see you all again same time tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.